Well, welcome back to the show, faithful Kings Hall listeners. Brian here, and joined by my good friend Dan. Dan, say hi to everybody.
Hello.
Eric is not here.
No, he's not.
Eric is in Texas.
Tejas.
Yeehaw. He is probably wearing a large cowboy hat and just eating, I'm sure, copious amounts of barbecued meats. And he didn't invite us.
No, I wasn't welcome.
Neither of us.
He made it clear. Only I am going.
Only I can eat the meats. Well, dropping in here on your Friday morning with a quick sort of update, announcement, and housekeeping going forward here with the Kings Hall. One of the things when we started out with this show that we wanted to be and to accomplish with it was not to just do another Christian podcast where a couple people sat down and
ironically in a basement,
almost always the same setting.
Yeah.
And banter for, 20 minutes and maybe sort of wend their way over to an episode idea at some point and kind of circle around it for a little bit. And like an hour and a half later, they were like, well, I guess that's about it for the thing. So we'll see you guys next time, and then never release on the right dates. And then like after 3 months, give up and sort of like keep hinting that they were going to attempt to kick the thing back up at some point in the future. The classic Christian podcast model. We didn't want to do that. We from the very beginning here at Kings Hall, we wanted to give you episodes where in every single episode, we respected your time, we respected you as a listener, and we've tried to make it so that every episode there's at least one thing that any listener could walk away with and that they could chew on and meditate on and marinate in, and then most importantly, apply and live out and have it be life-changing. The kinds of things that literally could change your life, your generations. And I know that sounds like a big Kobe Bryant calling his shot kind of moment. That's not really what we mean by that. Really, this has just been our experience with there have been podcasts and books and, that sort of thing that absolutely I could say that idea changed my life.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we share that we've quite honestly discovered and applied. And our goal is to simply guide you to some of those ideas, some of those theologies, some of those philosophies, some of these worldview ideas that you can apply and you could have generational effects.
Yeah.
In your generational line where you could actually be kings of your generations. Maybe your name wouldn't be remembered.
Yeah.
But maybe it would.
Maybe.
But either way, the people downstream of you in your generations would be blessed by you because of some of the things that we've simply discovered and we point you to.
Yeah. There have been, when you use Twitter right, when you use Facebook right, when you use podcasts right, when you use books right, when you don't use them as the man who, like in James speaking about the scriptures, the guy who looks in the mirror of the word and then walks away, forgets his face, doesn't know what he looks like, never applies anything. If you go to the right sources and then you apply them with skill and with sort of stubborn insistence, it really is the case that there are things out there that can absolutely change your life that you can grab onto for free on Twitter or Facebook or podcasts and we hope Kings Hall has been and continues to be a show like that. So we're making an adjustment in how we approach the production of the show, and part of it is actually because of the things that you listeners have told us about the show, what makes it compelling to you, what's been the most helpful about it. And so what we're going to be doing is doubling down on those elements of the show and aspects that you guys have told us this is what makes it a life-changing show for me. And so in order to accomplish that, we really have to do what you might call a quality over quantity experience, where we can't sit down and really pump out a show like that every week. And so we're going to be moving to an every other week release schedule with the Kings Hall. So instead of every Friday, every other Friday, we'll have a show coming out. And we're doing that not to try and give you less quality give you less out of the Kings Hall, but actually so that you can get more out of it. We want it to be of such quality that, 2 shows a month can absolutely hit that target where every show has the potential to help give, absolutely life-changing insight, wisdom, counsel, advice, and to do it in a way that is easy to listen to and really serves you and yours.
Yeah, and if you are somewhat saddened by this news,
Like, oh, man.
Man, just know that we will still be doing a weekly Patreon show.
Yeah.
And simply stated, the format of the after hours is a pub environment.
Yeah.
And so we bring a topic to the table and we discuss it. We banter. We bring out, things that we've read, interesting ideas. It's a little bit more free flow.
Yeah.
So if you're still interested in getting more King's Hall, you can still expect the Patreon show to drop weekly.
We'll have that weekly coming out on Friday. And it's kind of like, a lot of us wished that we could have had the sort of, I wish I could put an ear in on the Inklings in The Bird and the Baby, the Eagle and Child pub there in England, and listen in on those conversations with Tolkien and Lewis. And we're not Tolkien and Lewis, by the way, no. Owen Barfield or, any of those guys. But there's a reason that that pub scene that they played out as the Inklings was happening over and over everywhere across the nation, night after night after night. It's because those are the kinds of conversations where you really do, you are shaped as a man, and you're shaped in your friendships, and you're shaped in your tribe. And so that's the kind of thing we put out with After Hours. We'll be talking about all sorts of things there every week, and usually ending with a toast at the end because, it's a pub. It's a pub. Let's keep it classy.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to jump in on that, you can at our Patreon. There's a link in the description here. We have a great crew there as well in our Signal chat group for the King's Hall. And there's all sorts of, what we hope are helpful and fun perks for being a patron and making the show possible. So that's the announcement. We'll continue to see you guys here in the King's Hall. Some of you probably thought we were saying the show was ending. Oh, no. No. We're just getting started here at the King's Hall.
Did people really think that?
I thought we kind of built it up a little bit.
I guess so. We do want to thank you for your support. It really does mean a lot. It has changed our lives.
Yeah.
And it is, truly humbling.
Yeah.
So we want to say thank you.
Yeah, I want to say thank you and respect you and give you the best effort that we possibly can here on the show. So we'll continue to see you every other week on the King's Hall. We hope you guys continue to listen, to share it with your friends, and to chew on the things that we bring every other week on the King's Hall. But until then, Festina Lenta, and actually, Festina Lente, make haste slowly, right? It's not about getting 50,000 things done quickly. Let's get quality done. Make haste slowly. We'll see you next time on the King's Hall.